I'm back. It's time for story time. I have been approached with a new project. The individual that approached me to build it has given me some creative liberty. We are going to build a wrecked 2009 Smart ForTwo into an off-road machine. So we're going to take something like this and turn it into something like this. So the objective is to see if we can build something comparable to a UTV. So let's go over what I've come up with. These are some sweet Microsoft Paint renderings and a little bit of sketching on top. I've adjusted the ground clearance, as you can see here, and kind of given the front end a little pizzazz. We're also going to incorporate some kind of snorkel that will tie into the air intake on the fender. We're going to utilize a little bit of seat of the pants engineering here, because that's what I do best. I think we're going to have to take the front axle forward in order to maximize our ground clearance, because our firewall is probably going to be our limiting factor on tire size on the front. So, my other fanciful rendering kind of gives us, I've given it a little bit of razor aesthetic on the front clip, a little bit higher wheel arches. I think we're going to chop up the back end. I've sketched in a roof rack, but I'm not 100% sure if we're going to go that route or not. And then on our front, we're going to go a little bit steeper angle, increase that approach angle on the front tires. So, what next? Our headlights. I haven't decided if I want to go with a factory razor headlight or not, or if I want to attempt to fabricate my own headlight out of some aluminum plexiglass and bits and pieces. I think a lot of that's going to depend on what the time commitment and end result is going to look like. Started to flesh out a little bit more of the hood and front bumper. I think I want to give it some kind of embossed design on the top of the hood, possibly some louvers. I'm not sure yet, but we're definitely going to go with a very razor-esque front end. And I've been trying to figure out some other aesthetics. I don't know if I'm going to pursue this one or not, but this is kind of a Raptor-inspired accent panel for the tailgate. I don't know if that's going to be worth it or not. It may take more time and energy than it's worth, but I haven't ruled that one out entirely. And I think we're going to go along with the UTV theme with more of a angular, kind of chunky fender flare. And lastly, our front fenders. I have not decided how crazy to get on these front fenders. I think a lot of it's going to happen as I build it, because I think this is the part that has me scared the most. I'm not afraid to bang some metal around in the old garage, but it's going to be a challenge trying to get some of these shapes out of a single piece of material. I'm going to try to incorporate some kind of fender flare, retain some angular look. And I don't have a ton of room to work with in the front here because it is a super small car. And I think that's going to be another hurdle I'm going to have to. So there's kind of our there's our master plan. We're going to get the car, start to some disassembly, kind of evaluate what we've got going on there. I think it's going to be a fun project. I have looked, and currently there is a 2-inch lift available online. So obviously that means I'm going to have to try to do better than that. I think I'm going to shoot for 3 inches of lift and see what I can jam under there as far as tire and wheel goes. As far as the overall construction, I think we're going to probably do steel, obviously on the front bumper, probably 1/8 inch or 3/16. My reasoning behind that is it doesn't need to be overkill. You'll see a lot of off-road bumpers and plate bumpers online, and a lot of people like to use 1/4 inch plate. I think 3/16 is going to be plenty for this build. I mean, the car weighs practically nothing and it's pretty teeny anyway, so I think I can make a few concessions there, hopefully save a little bit of weight. So we'll probably go 3/16 on the bumper and probably go around the headlights with maybe some 1/8 inch or heavy gauge steel sheet metal, just to give it some structural rigidity. And then we'll probably do the fenders, hood, and most likely snorkel out of aluminum, just because I love aluminum. I did locate some adapters that will go from the Smart Car 3 lug to a Polaris Razor 4 lug, so that opens up a lot of tire and wheel options. A lot of it's going to depend on what my guy wants to do as far as that. Based on conversations, I think it's going to be pretty sweet. So as far as the process goes, we'll get it in the garage, we'll tear it down, get it up in the air, evaluate what we're up against, make a little bit more concise plan of action, assess what damage we have, and what we can do with it. So there you have it. To recap, 2009 Smart ForTwo. Front end collision, so we have a blank slate. Build it into a gnarly off-road machine.